So if some of you saw the last video that I did on Round for Round, y'all would know that Wicked Witch, the company that is helping to develop this game, let out a tease on Twitter, basically saying that exciting things on the horizon at Wicked Witch HQ. Stay tuned for more information as it unfolds. And they had a picture of Michael Zarafa, who was sitting in the studio getting his renders done. So today we actually get a chance to finally see what those renders look like. Now, the graphical comparisons between Round for Round, this Round for Round render and Esports Boxing Club are bound to happen. And I'll give my opinion. Do I feel like these renders are going to hold up right now to what we know of Esports Boxing Club? And I'll go ahead and say no. But what I will say is that these are a far greater step than what we've kind of known to see in kind of the floating like T-posing Andy Ruiz that we've kind of known to really know and almost laugh at when we hear about Round for Round boxing. But I will say that these renders of Michael Zarafa are definitely nothing to sneeze at. They really look pretty good. Now look, Round for Round has been relatively quiet this whole time. We've known that the game has been there, but for the majority of us, we've all kind of felt like, you know, the game was maybe not coming out. Some people have also said that the game was practically dead. The funding was all messed up, and comes to find out that it actually wasn't the case. Now look, Round for Round and Wicked Witch are extremely far behind Esports Boxing Club, right? Esports Boxing Club is far past the starting line, where as of right now, it kind of feels as though that's where Round for Round is at. But as a lover of the sport of boxing as a whole, and someone who has waited a very long time to see this sport come back to the digital realm, look, I'm still excited. I'm excited about any project that I hear that's out there about boxing coming to video games, because the more that we hear and the more conversations that are had about boxing in video games means that boxing as a whole is going to win. All right. Now, I'm not saying that this game is going to be better than Esports Boxing Club. I'm not really at this point really even comparing the two, because they are so far apart from each other. And as of right now, this render is really just a small drop in the bucket for what Wicked Witch has to make up for everything that we've seen for Esports Boxing Club. As of right now, Esports Boxing Club looks to be the best boxing game that you could find in history, right? So Round for Round has got a lot of catching up to do. But I will say for them that what I'm looking at right now is a step in the right direction. So for everybody out there, I told y'all that whenever Round for Round and Wicked Witch drop more news, that I will keep you updated. Look, I think this is great. I think this is good to have another boxing game that we can talk about. And hopefully this game strives and does great. And then there's competition in this world, and that boxing is back on the map again for video games. If we can get two out there, then we can potentially get a third, which means that there are more choices out there for you, the consumer. So I don't wish this game death, not at all. But what I will say is that what I'm looking at right now is a bigger step than what we've already seen. So for additional news for Round, you guys can go visit the round4roundboxing.com, their webpage, to see what it is they have on there. If they have any updates, they do have a pretty sizable roster over there. I do not believe that it is the same size as Esports Boxing Club. Esports Boxing Club has an enormous roster right now, but there is a difference in the way that these two companies sign their rosters or sign their fighters. I do not believe that Round for Round and Wicked Witch sign their fighters to any sort of contract. So the fighters are not really tied up at all, so to speak. But that information will come from a later video. So you guys let me know, what do you think? What do y'all think of the in-game renders that we have right now? Does it look good? How do y'all feel about an additional boxing game coming in? Or are you just completely sold on Esports Boxing Club? Either one is completely fine. It's up to you. But that's all I got for you guys right now. This is a kind of a short one. You guys let me know again down in the chat how y'all feel about it. If y'all still think that Round for Round is dead, then by all means, just say Round for Round is not coming out and it's dead. But again, appreciate y'all for coming back to the Coach's Corner. If more information drops for Round, I will let you guys know. So that's all I got for you right now. Catch you all on the next one. Peace.